couple sing-alongs.
I'm getting my music to people, so sorry. Yeah, I know it doesn't.
Wanderer, worshiper, lover of
we have a special guest, Jami Lula. Yeah! Jamie's going to come up here right now, and we're going to do one of his songs. This is called We Are the Harvest, and you should have lyrics, and we want to hear you sing along with us.
And happy Father's Day.
And happy Father's Day from George.
Good morning, y'all. Are y'all ready? Yeah. Y'all gonna sing today. Yeah. Fathers especially, sing out like no one's listening. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the love that we seek. We are the seeds we are sowing. We are the harvest we reap. Come on, y'all. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the love that we seek. We are the seeds we are sowing. We are the harvest we reap. I am. Oh, I am. That I am. Oh, I am. That I am. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the love that we seek. We are the seeds we are sowing. We are the harvest we reap. Oh, I am that I am. Oh, I am that I am. Oh, I am that I am. Oh, we are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the love that we seek. We are the seeds we are sowing. We are the harvest we reap. Everybody sing. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the love that we seek. We are the seeds we are sowing. We are the harvest we reap. We are the harvest. We are the harvest we reap. One more time. We are the harvest we reap.
Yes.
Thank you, Jeannie.
Thank you.
So, happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
Today is the day we honor our fathers, our dads. Does anybody know any dad jokes?
They're telling the church.
No. Dad jokes are the groaners, the ones that they're like puns.
I have a joke.
Sharon, are you gonna be cool? Sharon. All right, go ahead.
Now I'm a little bit timid.
No, it's okay.
Do you have pop in the refrigerator? You better let him out. Mom's looking for him.
See, this is why we need a drummer. All right. Well, do we have any first-time visitors here today? Anybody here for the very, very first time? Yay! Thank you for coming. Welcome. Anybody online watching for the first time? You can visit us at unityofroyaloak.org and fill out a little information card there, and then we'll send you some spam mail. But we love to see you here in the house sometime. All right, let's start with our statement of being. Let's say it together. God is all, both invisible and visible. One presence, one mind, one power is all. This one that is all is perfect life, perfect love, and perfect substance. I am an individualized expression of God. I am ever one with this perfect life, perfect love, and perfect substance. Yes. All right, we have a couple of quick announcements. Next week is the fourth Sunday of the month. Does anybody know what that means? Potluck. This month we're doing breakfast for lunch. So sign up at the hallway into Quigley Hall. You can sign up and bring egg dishes, casseroles, pastries, fresh fruit, anything like that. And we'll have a good time. There is still time to join the picnic committee. We have a couple of seats available. This is not, we're not asking you to do all the setup and the labor. We get volunteers for that, but we'd like some help planning. Because if you don't help plan, we're gonna have liver and onions and play mahjong in the yard. All right, and we have a survey too. We're planning on doing a retreat in the fall. The survey is now up on our website, and it's in the e-news that went out this week, and there are hard copies that they were passing out at the door, so you may already have one. We'd just like a little bit of your input as we're planning this retreat. It's going to be the first weekend in October, and it's going to be a wonderful spiritual time and different than what we do here in service. So now I'd like to ask Mary to come on up and lead us.
Thank you, Kim.
You have a fan club.
I guess. I'm privileged to have a fan club. So I'm going to read the daily word. It's shared with permission of Unity, which is the publisher. Today's word is Father's Blessing. I bless my Father with loving thoughts of gratitude. Today I bless my Father and the father figures I have known with thoughts of love and appreciation. The man I call Father may or may not have been related to me, but he has touched my life with love. I give thanks for those fatherly figures who selflessly gave their time and love to help me grow into the person that I am today. Their demonstration of patience showed me how to give others space and time. Their humor and lightheartedness taught me to not take myself so seriously. Their guidance and trust encouraged me to be independent and trust myself. I would not be the person I am today without the lessons of love and wisdom shared by my father. In so many ways, he gave me a strong foundation on which I built my life. I am grateful and blessed with all he has given me. And the scripture is from Matthew chapter 15, verse 4, honor your father. And I am so blessed to have had alternative fathers in my life. My grandfathers were amazing. My father, not so much, but he did help me become the person I am today, and for that I am grateful. So I had to make that little comment, because not everybody's had this amazing father that's been there for them. And so I'm acknowledging that in my own life. So, thank you. It is prayer time. And in Unity, we're praying all the time. We know that. Unity has been founded on prayer. And so this is our time to take a breath. Take that holy breath and go within. But before we do that, I'm going to remind you that there's many ways to pray and to get prayer support. Bonnie and Vernat will be in the corners of the church after service to pray with you if you have a prayer request. We have the prayer box. We have you can call us and someone will pray with you if they're available. Otherwise, we'll get back to you. And we also have, you can go online to prayer at unityofroyaloak.org, leave a prayer request, and we will pray with you and support you. So I am going to start a prayer, and then I will be quiet. At a certain point, we can all share whatever prayer requests we have, we can whisper it, we can think it, but just know that you are held in prayer. So let's become centered, and let's take that holy breath. And as you breathe in, just become aware of that presence of God that is within you, that is within each and every one of you. God is everywhere present, and God is all good. So we know that there is wisdom, love, peace, and joy to be claimed. It is our gift, it is our right. And so we just relax into that presence, that power, that oneness that we all share. And we whisper or think of any intentions that we might have. Lydia, Marianne, Kathy, Matt, and we also rest in the silence, holding a thought of peace for the world. And together we say, thank you, God. And now it's our time for meditation. And we continue to have that conscious contact with God. We continue to breathe and know that we are breathing in the very breath of life. We know that there is a light within each and every one of us. And we are called to be that light, to be that oneness within each and every one of us is wisdom and strength. And we are guided by that wisdom. God's still small voice speaks to us because we know we are called to be that light, called to express the love of God, called to be the peace and bring the peace everywhere we go. God's love, God's strength, God's peace supports us on our journey. In every challenge, God is there. In every joy, God is there. God is always present. And we just sit and listen for a few moments to God's still small voice, a voice that whispers peace and love. And we go forth into this day to be the light and love, to express and demonstrate all that God is.
I really can't think of a dad joke. I bet you have a dad
Good.
joke. Come on. That's my best friend I've known for almost 60 years. Even though he's like 35. This is a song that I wrote for my son. Actually, both these next, this song and the song after I wrote for my son. And how many dads are here today? How many moms that were dads are here today? Yeah.
We applaud you too.
Thank you. How many people have acted as fathers for people that didn't have one? Him, definitely. I'm sure there's a lot of you. How many have been embarrassed by their dads? I see a young lady there. Yeah, I wrote this for my son. It's called Grateful. There's my boy in a bucket in the backyard under the sun. He's got his head down looking in the water just to see what he'll find. It won't take too long till he's off the surface somebody else. I'm gonna pay close attention to the moment just to see for myself. I'm not waiting for the time to be right. I'm gonna give that boy my life like I never know myself. I can't go back to where I've never been. There's always a choice, I'm choosing him. I'm so happy with my baby boy, and my wife, she brings me love and joy. I'm so grateful, grateful, I am so grateful, grateful. Now there's a woman in my bed with a past that I recognize. It's not mine, but I know where she's been and I realize we got together for a reason and I just can't run away like I did in the past. Now I made a commitment to stay. I'm not waiting for the time to be right. I wanna give that girl my life like I've never known myself. I can't go back to where I've never been. There's always a choice, I'm choosing them. I'm so happy with my baby boy, and my wife, she brings me love and joy. I'm so grateful, grateful, I am so grateful. good morning once again. I'm not going to use this mic. It's just a little short. So once again, happy Father's Day. So my talk today is called Disrupt the Illusion. There's a lot of illusions that we create, both culturally and familially. So I'm telling you about the illusions about me, the illusions that we've created as a culture, as a society, both in religious dogma and whatnot. And then what we can do to shift those illusions to create a new narrative for our life. My illusion about me, the narrative that I had running about me, it's I'm a straight, white, male, privileged, molested, philandering father, philandering son, alcoholic, drug addicted, sex addicted, lazy, depression, musician, which I could have summed it all up with that one word by most people's standards. But yet again, it's a narrative that I had running in my life. It's a narrative that I had running in my life. All of this happened to me, but it's not the truth. It's the illusion that I created. It's the narrative that I created around my life, but it's not the truth. It's not the truth about any of us, whatever your narrative is. Wherever you grew up, whoever your father was, whoever your mother was, what you were told you were, what society told you were, what culture told you were. You know, it's interesting because a few years back, someone was upset with me about something and in an email said, you know, you have straight white male privilege. And I felt really judged until I realized that I have straight white male privilege. I mean, it's just a fact. It's not a judgment. It's just a fact. But yet again, it's not the nature of who I am. It's something that's happened in my life, and that it isn't bestowed upon every man, woman, and child. My drug addiction, my alcoholic behavior, the things that I've done are not the truth of who I am. God so loved the world that it created each one of us to express more of itself. And what I believe, and for those of you that are new, welcome. You might want to come back next week because Rick will be here. He might level the playing field and calm the waters a little bit. But I'm grateful that you're here. This is an amazing community. I got to spend some time with some of the men from this community and from Renaissance Unity. And I spoke about community and the power of community. It's like oftentimes I hear it's like my son and that certain generation. He's 22 now, for those of you that have known me and known him since he was a little boy. And my question went to the men is like, what's the legacy that we're going to leave? And how are we going to draw the younger generation into our community for them to want to be here? To want to be here. What's that legacy? Are we just going to like dwindle down and kind of die away? Or are we going to create a foundation for our youth to come here to know the truth about themselves? To know the truth that God so loved the world that it created each one of them and us to express more of itself. I was raised in Roseville, Michigan. I lived on Ridgemont and Petrie, down the street from Holy Innocents, the Church of the Holy Innocents. And that's where Michael and I met. And I was taught that God was out there and that I was born of original sin and Jesus was up here and I was down here. And he walked on water. And he changed the water into wine, which would have been a really effective thing for me to be able to do at a certain point in my life. Man, I could have gotten girls then. But the chasm felt so large that there was a certain point in my life that I just said, okay, let me go to the other end of the spectrum. And still, yet and then, it's what I did, but it's not the truth of who I am or who I was, even though I wanted to be told. I wanted to believe that I was less than, that I just wasn't worthy, that I was never going to be worthy. And the truth of the matter is that we're all worthy because of the great I am, that infinite spirit of love of God, the Christ, the Buddhic mind, however you want to frame it. It's not out there, it's within each one of us. It's our highest self that's wanting to be expressed and revealed. We've been duped and sold a bill of goods that we're not worthy, that will never get there. And the truth of the matter is, Jesus was a man. I would have loved to have met Jesus. I mean, really. I don't think he'd look like the pictures that I've seen. But that idea that my charge is to bring myself from subterranean up to the ground and bring Jesus down to earth and walk beside Jesus and the Buddha and Muhammad and Gandhi and MLK, because they were all men. Even Mother Teresa. I was thinking about her, and it's like, yeah, I'm sure, excuse me, but I'm sure that she got pissed a couple times. I heard stories of Mother Teresa going in with executives that had donated money to her and stuff, and she came into their office and she would let them know what they needed, and it's like, well, we just haven't had that strong a year and whatnot, and we really can't afford that. And she'd say, let's pray. And she would pray, and then they would come back, and it's like, well, I really appreciate prayer, but we really got, let's pray. And she would do that until they caved in and gave her what she was asking for. True story. Prayer works. Especially from a little old lady from Calcutta with a habit on. They were all human. But we create this mythology. That we don't feel that is attainable by us. That this mythology that just creates such a chasm, and it's like, I honestly believe that Jesus would want to walk with all of us and talk with all of us. And Jesus would do that namaste, the Christ in me witnesses the Christ in you. Christ wasn't Jesus' last name. It's the consciousness that we all possess, that's within and as all of us. He would look at me and say, namaste, the Christ in me witnesses the Christ in you. And how many of us have not been able to see ourselves, and we have a friend that reflects back the truth of who we are until we can see the truth of who we are. Until we can take ownership that my highest self, my highest consciousness is the way that God reveals itself in all the different ways and the paths that all of us have gotten here, because we all have stories and we've all fallen down. It's not that we've fallen down, it's that we've gotten back up. We've all mistakes. I trust that I put $50 on it, that there's more than a couple recovering alcoholics and drug addicts in this room today. Gamblers, readers and everything. We've all fallen down, and then we have found our way to stop persecuting ourselves, judging ourselves, living in the shame, feeling broken. Because, I'm not going to quote Rumi, but it's that thing. It's like the crack in the vase is where the light gets in. The broken parts of us is the place that the lights get in. But I submit to you, those broken parts are the same place that the light gets out. Because we share our experience, strength, and hope with one another and lift each other up. Yesterday at the meeting, I talked about it in the men's meeting. It was fabulous to see that many men show up at Michael's warehouse. And we had plenty of carbohydrates, which I've eaten way many more carbohydrates than I've eaten in a year. Pizza one night, and then I actually ended up eating a whole donut. Oh, Lord. But I talked about the beauty of men coming together and being able to share with each other in an authentic way. And if you don't do it and you're a man in this community, talk to Michael, talk to Russ, talk to Carl. Carl just came for the first time, talk to Greg. Come and join them. Is it the second Saturday of every month at 9 o'clock? And Michael can give you the address. Men coming together in community to be able to talk about their authentic selves. Fathers, not fathers, straight, gay, black, white, Hispanic, doesn't matter. Men coming together to see one another, to see that namaste, the Christ in me witnesses the Christ in you. It's all about raising the vibration of one another until we can maintain that vibration within ourselves and stand in that. We come together, I talked earlier about, getting the younger generation in here, and it's like, they don't want to hear a talk. They don't want to hear a funky dude with orange pants and a very loud shirt, but I love this. It's like, my dad was a golf professional, and he used to wear Lily Pulitzer pants, and they were like loud. He said, you got to be strong to wear pants like this, son. But creating this community where we all come in, new folks, old folks. I'm going to look at you. I don't want to look at anybody else and say old. And witness the infinite nature of each of our beings and reflecting that back. We come here to be lifted up. And then we take that vibration out into the world. And we perhaps, hopefully we make it out of the parking lot before we start barking at people for cutting us off. But maybe we get to the light next time. And then maybe we even make it all the way home. But we shift our vibration in here. We see the truth of one another. We reflect the truth to one another. And then we carry this out in the world. And we carry this out, and we continue to remind ourselves of the illusions in the narrative, and we begin to say, you know what, I'm willing to change the narrative of my life. I'm willing to change my thoughts. And how do I do that? Someone was talking yesterday about having a hard time meditating. How many of us in here meditate on a daily basis? It's a powerful tool. And some people think that you have to sit in a lotus position and levitate. Not true. When I was in foundations class, Agape International Spiritual Center out in Los Angeles is my home community. Reverend Dr. Michael Beckwith is my senior minister and good friend, godfather to my son. And I remember taking a class early on with him, and he said, you know what, set your watch to beep at the top of the hour. Kind of like the bells in Europe, which I loved. Those bells in Europe, every hour they ring, but it's a reminder to bring us back to center, to bring us back to prayer, to take us, to stop at the top of the hour and just take a breath. I am that I am. Mother, Father, God, infinite spirit of life, allness, isness, perfect peace, passing human and understanding, and do a short prayer, or just get centered. Can take 60 seconds, can take 15 seconds, but I guarantee you, if you do that on a daily basis, and just try it for a week. Try it for a week. If it doesn't work, we'll gladly refund your misery. Try it for a week to stop and just get still and focus on your breath. And then I'm sure that there's classes here and there's plenty online to get still and to remember the truth of who I am, not the perception, not the narrative. Not the narrative I've created, not the perception that, part of this, straight white male privilege, molested, philandered father, alcoholic, drug addict, all that. It's like a lot of that, was a societal thing. It's like, well, that's what I thought it was. It's like, no, that's what I've done. It's not the truth of who I am. it's not the truth of who I am. And if it's not the truth of who I am, it's not the truth of who you are, because we're one. We're one. As different and multifaceted as we are, we all breathe the same air, we all believe the same color. And we're one in that infinite presence of God. I had that awareness a couple of years ago. I did an ayahuasca journey down in Costa Rica at Rhythmia. And I've been sober for, I'll be 31 years. And when I told my sponsor I was going to do that, he says, "You're not going to go down there and get high." I said, "No, I'm not, because I've done prayer, I've done meditation, I've done therapy, I've exercised, I've done everything, and there's just some stuff that I need to work through and change those synapses in my brain and the pathways." And I caught the oneness of everything that's flowing. It's kind of like the Matrix when he sees all those numbers. It's like this oneness that's going on, that the world is so trying to convince us that we're not the same, that we're different, that we're better than, that we're worse than. And we all have the capacity to just walk right alongside the Buddha, Jesus. And it's setting that intention. And it's getting still in those moments. On a daily basis, just take the time, 60 seconds. And then 90 seconds. And then 2 minutes. And then maybe 5. And maybe it stays there, and maybe it grows into 20 minutes. It's 20 minutes, usually once or twice a day for me. It's officially called a meditation. Sometimes it's a nap. But I know my oneness in that nap. The community that you're present in today is so invaluable. And it's so valuable. Did I say invaluable? It's so valuable. But for whatever reason, I feel compelled to say it's so valuable for you right now, and it's so valuable for the generations to come. And I implore you to create an environment, a welcoming environment, and finding a way to get the younger generation to come in here, because this community and us seeing one another and us getting to know one another and hold for one another and lift one another up until we can lift ourselves up. And then when we lift ourselves up, we begin lifting other people up. I mean, I don't know if you're in agreement or not. Maybe you're not. Maybe things are just grand in the world today for you. But it's like, how many folks think that we need like an injection of some high vibrations and some more loving on the planet? Is there anybody that feels that way? This is where it begins. And then we take it out on a weekly basis, on a daily basis, to do our work, to drop down into that place, to know the truth about ourselves. And when we do that, we go out, and we go out with a mind of service. How can I serve? How can I serve? How can my vibration be a light? How can I be a light? We are the ones we've been waiting for. There's no politician that's going to save any of us. I don't care who you vote for. No politician's going to save y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's just not going to happen. It's up to us. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the love that we seek. If you're still out there and you're single and you think someone else is going to make you complete, it's just not going to happen. I'm sorry to break that news to you. It's like, until you find your wholeness and recognize your wholeness and stand in your wholeness, then when you meet with someone, because what you will witness when you are recognizing your wholeness is you will not accept anybody that will see you less than whole. You will only allow people into your sphere in that intimate setting that see you as whole and you will see them as whole. Even if they don't feel whole, you will raise each other up. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the love that we seek. We are the seeds. We are the seeds. All the seeds that have been planted, you know, all the stuff that I did and that I thought it was were just seeds. And that darkness, that shadow, is where those seeds were germinating. Until those roots became strong enough to break through the earth and they could be a container for the sun. Because if they're planted too shallow, you all know, all you gardeners, you plant some seeds too shallow, it's like they come up, seeing sun burns them up. So sometimes we got to go to really dark places. So I encourage us all to suspend judgment of those dark places. Doesn't mean that you need to dwell in them, but ask them what they're here to teach you. How can they serve? How can they serve? We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the love that we seek. We are the seeds we are sowing. We are the harvest we reap. So may we harvest the highest and best that is available to us. May we seek those seeds that want to be harvested, that want to be revealed, that want to be shared. I'm grateful to Rick for allowing me to come here and share with you this morning. I'm a proud father. I'm a very conservative dresser. No, you're not. But I love this community, and I hold that you continue to grow this community, that you continue to plant the seeds for those that are coming up behind you to continue to grow this, because the vibration that's available in this room with every single individual is a vibration that the planet needs today. All you need is love. As hard as that is to sometimes swallow, all you need is love. And the more loving that we bring to one another, the more loving that we bring out to the world. And that vibration in and of itself. What if we all lived from that place, that highest place? And when we fell off, we just got back up. Instead of judging ourselves and staying in the quagmire. It's like the mud, or the cesspool. You fall in the cesspool and it's kind of smelly when you first fall in it, but then, it kind of gets warm and comfortable. You get used to the smell. But you can also grow a lot of stuff in that, the BS, the belief systems. So let's grow this place. Let's grow this vibration. Let's disrupt this illusion, this narrative that we've created. Let's be about love. Let's be about leaving this place better than we found it. Let's be about service. I thank you all for being here today. I think I'm going to do another song.
All right.
You ready for another song?
Yes.
And give it up for the band, for Kim and Dan. Thank you all. So I wrote this song about, and I want to invite you to at least come back and visit me at my table. I've got greeting cards I've created with lyrics from songs, and I've got some CDs, and I've got a thumb drive with all the music on there. I wrote this song in Scottsdale, Arizona for my son. I hope it makes some sense to you. Called Right Here, Right Now. Take my hand, son, I'm on your journey for a little while. We can chase the sunrise and sunset. The moments in between them will shine. There's mountains reaching for heaven and rolling hills that gently rise. Oceans and deserts and rivers and roads that rumble in perfect time. leave the place a little bit better. Oh, right here, right now. Right here, right now. Take a walk with me, son. There's a path well worn. You don't have to choose. A familiar road might lighten your load. Either way you can't lose. Red roses, violets, and daisies, lilies of the field, toil not. City, suburb, or country, find what you want. Be happy with what you've got. I can be here just as I am, right here, right now. Giving more than I take, leaving love as my way, right here, right now. Leave the place a little bit better. Oh, right here, right now. Right here, right now. You may be up, you may be down, it doesn't matter. It's what you do with where you are that makes things better. I can be here just as I am, right here, right now. Giving more than I take, leave love as my way, right here, right now. Leave the place a little bit better. Oh, right here, right now. You can be here just as you are, right here, right now. Giving more than you take, leave love as your way, right here, right now. Leave the place a little bit better. Oh, right here, right now. Right here, right now. Oh, everybody, right here, right now.
Jami Lula.
Oh, thank you so much, Jamie.
Thank you, Kim. Bless your cotton socks.
Pick a mic, any mic.
That was an incredible message, incredible music. Thank you for blessing our community. So I met Gwen today. She's been here before, but when she walked in, she said, "When did all these changes take place?" And I said, we've been evolving and we've been growing, and it's because of each and every one of you. This is an amazing community, and I'm so blessed to see us growing and reaching out and supporting other communities. All the positive changes that are taking place here. We support other organizations. We have this amazing tea. We just keep growing, and in order to keep growing, there's a little cost to that. I was thinking of that as I drove here today. I have to take care of my car. I have to take care of my family. I have to take care of my community. We do that in so many ways, but financial is one of the ways that we do it. And it's summer. And I think if Rick were here, he'd say, yes, our donations drop in summer and things like that. So I'm just asking you and inviting you, because we know that giving is receiving, and we're in that flow of abundance. So I'm going to ask the ushers to come forward to take that energy, to take some of that energy, the financial energy that we share, and grow our church. So I'm going to, do I do the prayer first?
Yes.
I forget. So we're going to say our blessing. Let's say it together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And that's the truth. Let's take a moment to bless the financial giving, bless each and every one, the love that we share. Let's say together, we bless, we behold the Christ. So together, the light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Thank you. Be blessed.
In this final moment, before we go our separate ways, let us take the time to stop and meet each other's gaze. Touch a shoulder gently, share a smile, and then bless each other with this prayer until we meet again. I wish you love, I wish you joy.